What's going on, all you motherfuckers? We got a part 2 for you guys. Mr. Tom Riordan. Reardon. I did this last time. Tom's here, God damn it. What's up, bro?
What's up?
How you doing?
You know, staying busy as I can. As busy as I can.
You've started a new business.
Yeah.
Tell us about your business. What are you doing now since we're in fucking quarantine still?
God, I know. Well, so basically, I think we touched on it a little bit last time that I was here, but I did a show in March, and then when I was at that show, I was in DC doing AV, and basically they had came to us and they're like, hey, just a heads up, the conference that left out yesterday, apparently there was 2 confirmed cases of COVID, and it was in the same ballroom that you guys are in. They're in the same rooms, but the CDC says we have nothing to worry about, but like obviously, I have my guys there that are working with me and everything else. I was the lead on the show, and so it's kind of just everyone's like on like needles, pin the needles,
the
like,
edge.
Yeah, like they didn't have any hand sanitizer for us. Like we're sitting here like trying to figure out, like what we're gonna do. We still had another 2 days left with the show, and it was on that show that like the other guys that I was working with kept on getting like notifications that, hey, so and so show in 2 weeks got canceled. Hey, next month this show got canceled. I think since then I've had like 15 shows cancel, if not more. So it's kind of one of those things that obviously like I've been getting unemployment. So, like the $250 or whatever it is plus the $600. Yep. So making $800 a month or $800 a week definitely hasn't sucked.
It's been very fucking helpful.
It really has. Sure. Yeah. I mean, and like, I know it's been a lot more helpful for people who there's 2 arguments to that, right? Like people think that it needs to continue on, which obviously I'm on. And then there's people that are like, oh, these people are making $800 a week and they could go get other jobs. It's like, but dude, I haven't had another job I haven't had a different, like 9-to-5 job for years. Right. And yes, I could, but I'm not going to pay my bills on it. So,
right.
Yeah. Like I'm not rich by any means, but like I've definitely created a lifestyle for myself that I don't have, like I can't pay my bills off of $200 a week.
Yeah, nobody can.
No,
I mean, where the fuck can you afford rent for $200 a week?
Exactly.
Most rent in this area is right at $1,000 or more.
Well, and that's what's comical about the Tennessee has one of the lowest unemployments. Mm-hmm. When everything started coming out, and like my dad was talking to me like, hey, you should go get unemployment. You should go do this. You should do that. I started looking up like what I think Massachusetts might have the highest unemployment rate. I want to say it's like $800 a week.
Yeah.
Jeez. So they were getting $800 a week plus the $600.
No shit.
Jeez.
Let's go work in Massachusetts, boys.
Dude, and I think Chicago is like second in line, or Illinois is second in line for like highest unemployment. So when you come back to Tennessee and it's 235, I forget what it is, 235, 250, 275. Yeah. But then you got to you have the option to like take taxes out. So it's you get taxed now or get taxed later.
Right.
So you're not actually getting 275.
Yeah.
So that comes out to like, 230 or whatever that you're going to actually get. So basically my buddy and I, Corey, we had been discussing doing e-commerce, which is basically just, selling stuff online.
Mm-hmm. Which is fucking huge right now.
Yeah, dude.
Especially if everybody's staying home.
With nobody doing a fucking thing, yeah.
It's kind of a really weird scenario for us because Corey had dabbled in Amazon. Basically, what did he buy? Contour gauges, which is like, if you're going to take, if you're trying to cut like a piece of molding out of just a regular like 2x4, for instance, you could take the contour gauge and put it up to an existing piece of molding, and then you would put it onto a 2x4 and you can trace it and like actually.
Oh, okay. I know what you're talking about.
Sounds ridiculous, right? But like basically he saw a trend on Google Trends for people buying contour gauges and decided to go ahead and drop like I think it was like $2,000 or $3,000 on contour gauges. Sourced them from China. Took the process. He had to ship them via sea to Amazon. He set up an Amazon account. Basically, Amazon houses everything. It's called Amazon FBA, which is fulfilled by Amazon.
Mm-hmm.
And basically what they do is they handle everything. They do 2-day shipping. They handle your inventory. They handle your barcoding and everything like that. You basically sit back, manage your inventory, and as you need to reorder, you reorder, have it shipped to Amazon, repeat, and Amazon takes a cut.
Yeah,
and
I was just about to ask about that. What do you pay Amazon? Is it like a percentage?
It is. It's not like a crazy percentage or anything like that. But if you're having them fulfill everything, then there's a higher percentage, of course. Or you have the option to sell on Amazon and you fulfill your own stuff, right?
We about to come out with at least you know whose sweater shop it is.
At least you know whose socks they are.
Yeah. So
why is this one crusty?
So basically, we had been talking about it, and when we knew that like shows weren't coming back for a hot second, that's when we had to like make that decision. Like, okay, we have a chunk of change in our bank accounts. Let's each put up $1,000 and start a company. And so we went out and got an LLC. We went and kind of started. Dude, we must have spent like, I don't know, 120, 150 hours just doing research on everything.
Yeah.
Researching like what trends are happening right now, what people are buying online, what people are interested in, like the whole 9 yards, right? And basically with e-commerce, it's kind of if you really think about it, on an everyday level, we deal with some sort of like e-commerce every single day, right? Mm-hmm. Like the idea, I think a lot of people get mad about the idea of sourcing products from other countries. Is it made in the USA? You know, but they don't want to pay if it's made in the USA, of course. Like they want to pay like what quality of like, Bangladesh or China or Pakistan is, but like they want the quality of the United States.
Yeah. Like they don't want to pay for the At Least You Know comedy show. Exactly. They want to pay for the At Least You Know I got shot in a rice field.
Right.
That was a terrible joke.
So I got shot in a rice field.
I want to get fucking banned from the internet for that one.
Shit.
If you think about like Walmart, I was talking to my dad about it today actually. If you think about like Walmart, people go to Walmart every day. You may go for like 2 things, but you come out with like 6 or 7. It's the typical going to a store thing, right? Mm-hmm. But Walmart is a form of sourcing products from other countries, right?
Absolutely.
Maybe back in the day when you could go and buy like a Sony catalog and order a Sony TV from Sony,
right?
But nowadays that's just not what it is, right? You're going to Walmart and buying a Sony TV. How do you think Walmart got that? Exactly. They bought it in bulk, right? Is Sony made in the United States? Probably not, right? And so like basically they're sourcing products from other countries in large bulk, bringing it to the United States into a warehouse. They have thousands and thousands of stores. They put it out there and they sell it for 60% higher than what they bought it for.
Right.
Well, that's the thing about those people that like to fucking bitch and gripe about imports or whatever. You can find them at your local fucking Walmart every fucking day.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. 100%.
And then like one thing a lot of people don't understand about like the car market. I'm buying American. Do you actually know how many pieces of that car are built and made in America?
Yeah.
Very fucking many.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
It's assembled in America sometimes.
Sometimes. Yeah.
Like for example, your vehicle was assembled in Canada. We found that out yesterday.
Yeah.
Not that I got any fucking problem with Canada, but it's not an American car, is it technically? I mean, think about it. If you have a car like
white people made it.
So like the new Blazer that's blowing up right now. The thing looks like complete butt cheeks, but it's built in fucking Mexico.
Wait, the Blazer or Bronco?
I don't know about the Bronco. The Bronco looks fucking awesome,
dude,
by the way.
The fucking Bronco.
Shout out to the designer of the fucking Bronco.
I haven't seen either one of them. So
the Blazer's nothing.
It's awful.
Well, I mean, they've never really been that good.
It's tiny.
It looks like something a fucking millennial design. Oh wait, I am a millennial.
No, I mean like
the black one looks decent.
That doesn't look that bad.
No, the overall like shape and whatnot of them is not bad, but they are a very tiny SUV. Midsize is stretching it. It's more of a compact.
They're a crossover.
And then you see
the Bronx is freaking sick.
Bronx de Leon. Isn't that a
The
conquistador?
fucking Bronco.
Whoa.
They
Dude.
look fucking sweet,
Whoa.
dude. Yeah. I don't know about that.
See, if
but that
I
one's
got
coming
one of
in.
those, though, I'd have to fuck around and take the Ford thing off the front of it.
Dude, there was a meme that I saw the other day. It was like Ford is putting out a whole bunch of aftermarket support for this thing so that you can modify it any way you want to. And somebody was like, first thing I'm going to do is LS swap it. Fucking GM motor in that bitch.
First thing I'm going to do is fix it.
Yeah. First thing I'm going to do is buy something else. Put a small block 350 in it. Yeah, tell me more about your business. This is cool because I always learn shit when people come on that know more than me about stuff and things.
I don't know more than you about
It's
stuff.
supposed to be a comedy show, but we're like, oh, tell us more.
So basically, like I said, we had to make a decision to jump in and just go like head first and see if it'll work. And I think we knew from the get-go, like if we both went in together, that it would work, and we would make it work at some point, be it that we didn't have jobs, we had unlimited time to put into it. We didn't have to worry about, only doing it a couple hours a day. Like we could literally sit up and do it. So there was numerous nights that we would like try to source different ideas of different products from China, which means that, China's 10 hours ahead. So right now is when at 8 o'clock, at night is when I would sit down at the computer and work until like 4 a.m. because that's when you can actually talk to China. Yeah. Because they're sleeping during our day. Yeah. Right. So, yeah, man, basically, it's kind of a whirlwind of what we went through, but, basically we started a company selling knives. Yeah. And which is like the weirdest freaking thing.
Do you guys sell those through Amazon or do you have your own website?
No, we have our own website.
Can I pull that up? Can I show everybody?
Yeah.
Since we're doing video?
Yeah, you can.
Oh yeah, by the way, we're doing video, guys. This will be on YouTube.
By the way.
What's the website?
It's foldedsteel.com.
Oh. Sounds official.
The Unfolded Kitchen. It's a pretty dope looking website. Oh, those are fucking sweet.
Yeah, so basically,
I like that.
We source products from overseas, and we don't claim that we make any of it or anything like that. Yeah. We are just like the face behind the company, and the website's a work in progress. We still have some things to fine tune on it and whatnot, but all in all, we've been really successful at it. So
now the Dahlia, is that a replica set? Is that based on the Black Dahlia murder? Or
yeah, it's off of their song.
Oh, sweet.
No, yeah. So basically,
you guys even got like recipes on here?
Well, so the whole idea is that we're not selling knives; we're selling kitchen products. So eventually, what we could do with this store is we could just grow it to not be just selling just knives. We can sell like pots and pans. There's a couple other companies out there that have done like that have done like Kickstarters for pans, and they'll do. I think one company did raise like over $1 million just for a blue steel pan.
Look, I'm just saying, I'd pay $500 for that.
These things look fucking legit.
So basically, if you were to buy a Damascus knife, that's what it is, right? These are Damascus steel knives, and they're high carbon. So basically, they rust easily. You have to kind of treat them like a cast iron pot, right? You have to like season them.
Oh, you have to. Okay, so this is legit, like an actual real metal. Okay.
Yes, these are like handcrafted knives. Like
no shit.
Every single one of these are made by hand. They take forever to make. Like it's not like a machine that's making these. These are all 100% handmade.
Yeah, like all these down here, they say ships early August. Ships August.
Exactly. So
like when you place
in the next
an order,
2 weeks. In the next 2 weeks, we will have 100% stock, so we won't have to worry about any of it.
Oh, okay. That's okay.
And just last month, I think we closed in at like 45,000 for the month.
Have you used these knives?
Yeah.
Hang on a minute. 45,000.
Stop. Pause. Hold up.
Shit.
Yeah.
Congratulations, man. That's awesome.
Yeah.
to be scared at the start of all of this and then to come away with something like that, that's
I know, man, it's crazy. Yeah, so
what have I done?
I mean, anything you can do where motherfuckers are sending you text messages saying, I don't like the price of this. You need to charge me more.
I'm so stressed right now.
Yeah, so basically, and then this month we're on track to do like just over 30,000. Last month we gave away a Traeger grill, so we had a little more traction with it. But we also have no stock right now, so everything is shipped like August. That slows us down. We'll be offering financing once we have stock, like through Affirm or through Afterpay or stuff like that. That will increase a lot, and then we'll double down on our Facebook ads, and it should be free rolling from there. So, but it's a process, man. It's not something that like either of us had any experience in. It's not something that we just started doing research and then figured it out. Yeah. We're still learning.
That's literally how I started this fucking podcast. I just started doing research, and I would send Ethan videos and be like, dude, check this out.
I literally just saw somebody the other day. I was talking to Courtney yesterday when we were driving through town, and there was some chick like spinning a sign, and it was like 95 degrees outside yesterday. Mm-hmm. And I looked at Courtney, and Courtney's been extremely successful as well. I'm super proud of her. And
shout out to Courtney for the logo. This fucking logo is awesome.
Yeah, and she doesn't even freaking do logos.
Right. She's like, I hit you up, I think. Yeah. I was like, hey, does she do logos?
No, she does, but like she just doesn't do it as like a thing anymore, because she's so busy with video stuff. So, but yeah, it came out great. But we were talking about this chick that was sitting in front of like the mattress store in Columbia or whatever, and I was like, man, I really struggle with that, like with this whole idea that people like, I understand I couldn't sit out there and make $9 an hour and flip a sign.
You couldn't pay me $100 an hour to stand outside all fucking day in Tennessee summer. Fuck that.
I don't get it, man. Like I don't get the fact that, like, if you look at Ethan, right? I remember when I first met Ethan.
Careful, Ethan's a streetwalker, and we're not trying. Wait a minute.
I remember when I first met Ethan, and like we would go to Huddle House in Lewisburg, and like I would have to pay for him because he didn't have a fucking job. And I was like 3 years younger than him or whatever.
Shit.
And
oh my God. I remember walking in. This is one of my favorite stories, and I tell it all the time. But I remember walking into Moe's. I didn't have any fucking money, and he was like, "No, man, get whatever you want." And I was like, "Dude, I don't have any money." And he was like, "I'm the manager. You can have something to eat." And I was like, "Bro, that's so dope." I was like, "You're like the dude, man. You got the fucking burrito hookup, bro." I like looked up to Tom, and he was like, "Dude, he's like 10 years younger than you." I'm like, "What the fuck am I doing?" Every time you come around, dude, you always hit me with some shit, and I'm like, I just might as well just go see what a fucking hand grenade tastes like at this point, because I don't even fucking know what I'm doing anymore.
No, but like, okay, look at Ethan now, right? So with Ethan's job, basically, it's a trade that you learn, right? So it's not something that he went to school for. Yes, he's furthered his like education with it.
Yeah.
But it's not something that he had to like go spend thousands of dollars at school or years learning or anything like that.
Yeah, it was for the most part all paid for.
Exactly. But it was all based off of you pushing yourself to do that too, right?
Yeah.
Like
moving
you could have
up in
had
the
that job
company.
and then not ever did anything.
Not done shit.
Right?
Yeah.
Like and still probably been employed.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Maybe you just wouldn't be making as much money as you are. But all in all, like it's still one of those things that you went out, learned a trade, made it work.
Yeah.
And now you're successful with it.
Yeah.
So I look at people that are flipping signs.
There's not always that opportunity, though.
I can't agree with you, man.
No, I mean like within companies.
Oh, within a company. I agree.
Yeah.
Like
I agree. You have to find the right company.
You
for
can't
sure.
always guarantee that you're gonna be a fucking bar manager someday. You know what I mean?
But so like with this podcast, right? Like you guys 100% could say, I want to quit my job and this podcast is going to do that.
Yeah.
And then you research what you need to do, how much money you need to make, and what you need to do to make this podcast work. It can happen.
Right.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
absolutely.
It's not the fact that like, if you sit here and be like, well, if this isn't going to happen because there's 1,000 other podcasts out there that are better than mine.
Fuck them other podcasts.
Yeah.
Ain't nothing
Like,
better than
Them
my
motherfuckers
podcast.
ain't us.
You just can't do it. Like you have to find ways, like we're doing, recording video.
Mm-hmm.
You have to find ways to make your audio better, like you have done, right? You have the screen. I mean, there's so many elements that you can bring into it, and then now it's about like finding the right people to be on your podcast. It's about finding, sponsorships that are small that maybe you're not even like making money off of, but you're getting them on, right? I was listening to that video I sent you today, and one way that they got a sponsorship was actually through asking if a company wanted to come on their podcast and talk about their company, and they would just basically make a podcast about that because they used that product,
Yeah.
and they liked that product,
Mhm.
and it was I think they just Skyped them in or whatever, or whatever the Zoom,
Whatever they're fucking doing now.
yeah. And so basically they did a podcast with him, and the CEO is the one that ended up doing the podcast. And then just through like communication with them afterwards, they ended up, I think they have like a $2,500 a month sponsorship with them.
No shit.
Nice. Hell yeah.
Dude, I mean, like they weren't even like approaching it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
like,
they just wanted to talk.
They just wanted to talk and get them on the podcast because it was a product that they enjoyed, that they used, that they believed in, the whole 9 yards.
Yeah.
Right? So I think that nowadays, like, if you're sitting back waiting for unemployment to come back or to be increased, or, if you're sitting here, like, worried about the fact that your job's never going to come back, like, you got to find something else to do.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Like, you got to find something else to learn. There's YouTube. Like, you can freaking sit on YouTube for hours and learn stuff.
Oh, yeah. God, yeah.
Or you can watch my dumbass shoot fucking fruit and cards and all kinds of silly shit.
But you guys have something going on there.
Yeah. Yeah, because people will watch
he
that
like
shit.
he sent me some messages the other day, and I was like I said, I've always looked up to Tom because he's always like in the shit,
Oh,
I
yeah.
call him Twix because he's always in the mix. But he was like talking about how there were some kinks to the video, but like he thinks we really have something, and I'm like, dude,
Yeah.
it feels so good to hear that
Yeah.
because Tom's
Oh,
the
yeah.
most critical fucking person ever.
Right.
Well,
Oh, yeah.
actually, what happened was Courtney said, "Hey, have you watched Dylan's video?" And I said, "No, I saw it, but I haven't watched it yet." She
Yeah.
said, "It has a lot of potential." And I was surprised coming from Courtney because Courtney is like,
Okay,
Courtney
so
will rip anything in
she
front
tried-
of anyone.
she tried to do a video with me and Tori, and
I know,
Tori and
yeah.
I are
Yeah, oh,
awkward
yeah.
as fuck
No.
on camera.
Yeah.
Courtney
And
fucked
so-
that one up.
Really?
Yeah, it was Courtney. It
Okay.
wasn't you guys.
But
she
I
didn't
mean-
have the vision lined up for that. I'll call
I
her
gotcha.
out on that.
But I mean, anyway, like for me and Tori, like that might be our first time being on camera together. We don't know what the fuck we're doing. We
Yeah.
don't know what to talk
Oh, yeah.
about.
Yeah.
And she's asking us like questions, and we're like, she's like, "What's one thing that Tori does that pisses you off?" I'm like,
Breathes.
nothing. Like I don't know if it's like new relationship or if it's just we just never fight.
Yeah.
We never have any really. We've never really fought.
Yeah.
And like that was a hard question to answer because I'm like, I don't know. She's like, well, an example, and she listed off some petty shit that Tom does that pisses her off, and I was like, maybe y'all need to have a conversation because damn, that's some small petty shit, bro. I'm kind of worried. Tom might wake up with a knife sticking out of his arm, some of that folded steel sticking out of his ass one morning.
Yeah, no, I think that was something else. It wasn't you guys, but
No, I
He's
take
gonna walk out
1,000%
of
blame
here.
for it though.
He's gonna walk out of here, and I'm gonna be following him home, and I'm just gonna see him speed the fuck off real quick. He's gonna be going home to whoop her ass.
What'd you say about me?
I heard you was talking shit.
I left my socks on the floor one time, bitch. I wish
yeah.
I remembered what it was so that I could call it out. And he'd be like,
funny.
you know what? And like him try to explain
That's
himself.
fucking funny.
So, but with that video, or with your YouTube thing, it's just about finding something that people want to watch.
Mm-hmm. Even if it's just clickbait bullshit, I still had fun doing it. I'm just saying.
Yeah.
I think like just the problem is like as with this, right? Like you couldn't just there's no way that you could just say I'm going to start a podcast and not spend money on it.
Right.
And I think that's where people get turned off with stuff.
We tried that before.
Yeah, people get turned off with it,
didn't
right?
quite work.
Like people don't. They either don't want to invest the time to learn and figure out like the education behind it, like how does this stuff work, or they don't want to spend the money to invest in themselves.
Right.
Yeah.
They don't want to learn. Like, they don't want to spend 120 hours watching YouTube videos to learn how to do this type of shit.
Yeah.
And then they sit back and they're like, man, how does that guy drive a Lamborghini?
Right.
It's like, because that guy fucking put
worked
all,
for it.
Yeah, he put all his
He
time into
busted his
learning.
ass.
Yeah.
And then the little bit of money that he made off of it at first, like, for instance, with Folded Steel, like, we had basically agreed that we weren't going to put, like, provided that things go well and that we could, you know, potentially, like, I have a show starting tomorrow in Nashville. It's a virtual show, but provided that we can, like, at least get some sort of money in, or unemployment gets extended, we're not going to pay each other out of the company until January.
Mm-hmm.
And so basically meaning that everything that we're making in the business is being put back into the business. It's being put into, like, what, you know, whatever we need to do, right? Like, if we have to make a trip to Pakistan, or if we have to make a trip to China or whatever, or if we have to buy more inventory, that's what we're going to have to do.
Yeah. You've got the money for it.
Exactly. And so getting to the point where we don't have August ship times and we can ship in 2 days, you know, or like right now my basement is being used as our warehouse. You know, so eventually we'll go to like a third party logistics that houses everything for us. But it's a matter of putting that money back into the business. So it's the same thing with this, right? Like, if you guys were to get, you know, it's going to be very hard for you guys to not get a sponsor and then want to pocket the money. But on the same hand, it's like, well, could you get better mics, or could you get a better interface, or could you get a better camera or whatever to really make that $2,500 that you guys just made into $10,000?
Yeah. Get that quality.
Yeah.
Right. So, I think that's the biggest problem with people, is that they don't want to invest their time.
I get that. I've definitely been about that mentality before, and now, like, I've put so much time into this podcast, and like, I mean, I've literally had dreams about this. Like, there was a point in time when I was having dreams about, like, having, like, celebrities on the podcast, or having me and Ethan being on a celebrity's podcast, or just anything. And I'm just like, dude, like, I don't want to work a regular job. This is what I want to do. I want a podcast. I want to do stand-up comedy. I want to do YouTube videos. I want to create content. I want to be an influencer. You know what I mean? Like, that's the only thing I'm really good at.
I had a dream we had Pennywise on the fucking podcast. Did I ever tell you about that?
No, you didn't.
It was fucking funny. Yeah, he come in and we're sitting here talking to him, acting like he acts, and Sam walked in with a gun and fucking shot him in the head. And that was the day I woke up and I was like, all right,
okay,
whatever.
Okay.
All right. So last week, what was, I don't know, July 16th is my birthday. So this weekend we decided to go to motherfucking Memphis, and we saw the Great Pyramid of Giza, aka Bass Pro Shop. It's pretty fucking cool.
The Glass Pyramid of Giza.
And then,
you know, real quick, I want to explain to you how fucking, well, stupid I am. I don't know, maybe y'all are too, but I'm a fucking idiot. I was trying to rack my fucking brain yesterday as to why they have a fucking pyramid there. It's Memphis. Memphis is a city in Egypt.
Oh.
That's why they have a fucking pyramid there. That dawned on me when I was passing the fuck out on the way home last night, kind of under the radar.
Have you seen the pyramid?
I have, yeah. Right across from it is Mud Island Amphitheater. And that's where that Papa Roach SeaWorld thing comes from.
Oh, so he was right there on that little sandbar looking shit out there throwing...
Mud Island River Park right there.
Throwing fucking chairs at people and shit.
Shut up.
That's funny.
Do you see that pyramid? I'll launch your ass off the top of it, bitch.
You see that guy touching that pyramid over there?
I've never been inside of it, but I've definitely seen it.
It was pretty cool. I specifically went there looking for... I saw online that they had a gun. They said it was in stock, and then they didn't have it in stock.
Right.
You drove all the way to Memphis for it?
Well, I mean, I've always wanted to see it, and then it was a pretty cool experience. Damn, I wish we would have got to see it then. I didn't know that sign lit up. That's cool.
Yeah.
What kind of gun were you trying to get?
Just something compact that I can carry, because I have a full-size 9mm, but I want something that's not going to pull my pants down because it's so heavy.
Yeah. It'll help if you get a gun belt too, though.
Yeah. I don't know. I just prefer the, like, just putting it on your belt loop, not belt loop, but
Belt.
putting it on your belt and
Yeah.
having it on the inside of your pants so nobody knows you got it.
Yeah.
I like the concealed carry.
I
What
was
else
gonna
did we
get
do
one
yesterday.
Yeah.
I was gonna get one yesterday, and they didn't. Dude, I didn't think they had shit.
They really didn't.
They had a few things that I was like, oh, I like that, and then I saw the price, and I was like, fuck it, I don't like that.
Well, see, the thing about that is the fact that they've got, with everything that's going on, they have people buying more guns than
Yeah.
the history of gun buying. Like,
Yeah.
there's been, everything's out of stock. You
And
can't
there's,
find 9mm ammo or 5.56 ammo fucking anywhere.
Those fucking shotgun shells you showed me, they were like $400 fucking dollars.
Mm-hmm.
Like, what the fuck, man?
Well, I think it was a box of 1,000 though.
That's a lot, but still, I was like, holy shit, man.
Yeah, there's one website that I use to usually get ammo, and then like you type in anything, they're just out of stock. It's fucking wild right
Yeah.
now.
Everybody snatched shit up when they could.
And then there's I mean, like, I built an AR during this. I built a
Yeah.
9mm AR. I want to show you after. It's pretty fucking sweet.
Nice.
But it's like every single part that I went to buy, it was like the cheapest one was out of stock. The next to cheapest one, out of stock. It was like everything that I went to find. I'm like, Jesus Christ. I was calling companies, and I was like, that's another thing, you know. I took a lot of time watching YouTube videos. How the fuck do you build an AR? I never built a gun before.
Right.
The fuck am I doing? I'm just going to build a gun. I've even thought about getting my FFL because maybe I want to sell fucking guns, you know? That's huge right now. Maybe not right now is not a good time to start a fucking business. Maybe it is, but who fucking knows?
Dude, anything online right now is good.
But I learned something, you know? I feel like I spent my time wisely learning things.
Yeah.
What else was I going to say?
We ate at Westies yesterday.
Wendy's.
Took about the same amount of time to get our food. So
Man.
it was good though.
There's this
it's
barbecue place that one of the cashiers recommended to us that we went to. It was pretty dope. Then we went and saw Graceland.
That was really cool.
I thought it was sad.
I liked it a lot more than I thought I would. And like I said on the way home last night, the part that I didn't like is how fucking commercialized it is. Like, they sell the fucking little recipe card for a peanut butter and banana sandwich. Bitch, get the fuck on. Go to Google the shit. I mean, what the fuck? Like, well, that's what he liked to eat. Yeah.
It was.
Fuck me.
Have you ever been to Graceland?
I haven't, no.
It was a lot. I mean, it's really cool seeing how things look completely different now in people's houses, comparatively speaking. But then, like, there's a lot of things that were just strange. Like, they had like checks that he had signed, and then
Tax
like
returns
tax
and shit.
returns for his
Yeah.
family, and I'm like, this is kind of fucking weird.
It's kind of stalkery.
Yeah.
What the fuck?
It seems like a crazy ex-girlfriend's fucking digging through his garbage
Right?
type shit.
Yeah, or they just ran out of things to put in the museums. They're like, well, you know, his filing cabinet's here, and
That fucking kitchen, though, hell, I'd have that kitchen in my house. Outdated as fuck as it was, I thought that kitchen was awesome.
Yeah, I mean, it was like it was old and it looked pretty ratty, but I mean, the size of it was
Yeah,
fucking
it was beautiful.
awesome. The jungle room at Graceland. This is my
That was
favorite room in the
dope.
house.
The little waterfall
Look at his
thing at the
fucking
end.
the armrest.
I noticed
here.
that yesterday, and I thought that was some of the coolest shit I've ever seen.
Yeah.
so was it like a full tour that you had to go through? Was it like
Yeah.
a guided
Yeah.
tour or just a walking tour?
Well,
or-
okay, here's my second complaint. It was a fucking tablet tour, so you walk in with a tablet and headphones, and John Stamos is
Yeah.
telling you all about whatever fucking room you're in. It was so irritating, and it was so easy to get confused and be like, do I fucking push play now, or do I push it later, or... Because there were a lot of times in that fucking thing, when you would finish one room, it'd tell you, go to room such and such next, and you slide it over when you get to that room. But then there were a lot of times, like when we were walking to the, where it said that it used to do target practice in that little smoke room they had, when we were walking to the trophy room, well, we walked in, and then you slide it over and says, but now before you enter this room, well, what the fuck? You couldn't tell me that before?
So, like, I don't really like...
Fuck you, John Stamos.
I'm not a fan of the headphone
No, it
tours.
it took so much away from it.
I know.
I hated it.
Corey and I went to some state penitentiary in Philly, and it was like, I don't know, like a haunted jail or something. Yeah.
Yeah.
But it was all on headphones. Now, when Courtney and I went to the Anne Frank house in Amsterdam, that was partly on like headphones, but it's different languages. So
Yeah.
That makes sense. You have to listen to it in your language.
Yeah.
Whatever.
Yeah, I get that.
Why don't you just learn the language or get out?
Yeah, don't you know that Amsterdamanese is their fucking
What do they speak there? Is it
national
Dutch?
language? Is it Dutch? I think it's Dutch. Yeah, Deutschland.
Pass the Dutch.
Netherlands?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's Dutch. Not unless there's
Somebody
like
listening
Dutch
like,
or
you guys
something.
are fucking
Yeah.
You guys are fucking stupid. They speak Japanese.
They speak fucking
They speak Antarctican.
Portuguese. I can't type and look
Yeah,
at
Dutch.
Yeah, Dutch. Okay. Cool. That's what I needed. So anyway, what did we do after Graceland? We came the fuck home. It was so hot yesterday.
It was hot
The
and
past
sketchy.
3 fucking weeks have been just...
And next week's supposed to be hotter.
You fucking kidding me?
It's supposed to be higher than like 96 next week.
Can you stab me in the forehead
This
right,
week
like,
was,
right now?
I think, 93. I know.
And I'm going back to work this week on second shift. The hottest shift
fuck.
ever of all time. Piss.
I know. I'm trying to get the hell out of town and go somewhere.
I want to go
need
somewhere where there's
north.
snow.
Yeah.
Is there any snow in the world right now? Like Antarctica, I guess. Let's go see Santa
I'll
Claus.
gladly go to Antarctica. Go hang out with the fucking penguins and the reptilians and shit that live down there.
Reptilians, the Nazis.
Yeah.
Have you guys seen that?
They're in Argentina. Argentina and Chile.
Have you guys seen that? There's a Nazi
Brazil,
stronghold in Antarctica.
Oh, yeah. There's all kinds of shit.
Hitler's not dead. I was watching this dumbass Netflix series called Conspiracies.
He's a robot now.
No. He's a lizard
He's an
people
android.
now. He's ascended.
He's part reptilian, part human, part ascended being, part
and then part ravioli.
robot. Part spaghetti.
Spaghetti.
Adolf's meatballs.
I'm trying to think of what all I did this week. I've been sitting in this chair a lot lately. So we've been doing podcasts like a motherfucker. Been doing video editing like a motherfucker. I never knew anything about video editing. I didn't watch any videos or anything. I just dove right in. And I was like, this fucking sucks. Having to learn everything. And then I would like find like a YouTube tutorial. And it would be like, okay, so in this video, we're going to
some
tell
of them
you.
are fucking horrible.
And it starts off with the most basic. So what you're going to want to do is type in SonyVegas.com, and then you're going to want to pull out your credit card. And I'm like, dude, can we get to the part? I just want to know how to put music in the video. Okay, so then you open the Sony Vegas program. Shoot me, please.
Yeah, that's the hard thing about using like free programs is that they're just
Well,
Jesus. The free programs are always going to be a little buggier. The tutorials on them, you're probably going to find like more like overseas tutorials. You know?
well,
Yeah.
Vegas isn't free. There's
it not?
I got the platinum version. It was like $150, but like I mean, you know, there's some that are $1,000.
No, trust me,
Yeah.
I know. I think Courtney probably pays like $30 or $40 a month for Premiere, Adobe Premiere. But
I mean, with that,
She
you
uses
get a
it, though.
lot of shit,
Yeah.
and she uses the fuck out of it.
exactly, and we have like 2 logins, so I can have it on my computer, she can have it on
nice.
hers, so it works out fine. Because if we're both video editing or whatever, so. But yeah, I mean, for $40 a month, or I forget how much it is, but she definitely,
Definitely gets
Yeah,
her
you
money out
can
of it.
justify the price for that.
That's awesome. She doing she does wedding videography, right? For the
Yep.
most part.
Yep. Wedding
And,
videography, and then she does like YouTube video stuff.
And she does a podcast too, doesn't she?
She films for a podcast, yeah.
She's pretty fucking sweet. She's pretty. I want
Yep.
somebody to film for our podcast. Probably me. So what? I think we're doing all right. I think this video is going to be cool. like with what you've showed us just here today.
I think
I need to order some lights
eventually,
like you got here.
Eventually, I mean, for the most part, you guys can do everything yourself. And then, you know, if you guys start making money off of it, then, and you have a bigger spot, then you can, you know, pay somebody to do it.
Right.
Yeah.
But I mean, the reality of the situation is like to pay somebody to come in and film that knows what they're doing, you're probably paying like $250 a video.
Yeah.
At the lowest end.
Wow.
Yeah.
Shit.
Yeah.
That's dope. That, you know, that like
most people that do video stuff like that, that's $50 an hour, and if they have to come out, it's a 10-hour day.
Damn.
$500 for the day. So
Damn.
$350, $35 an hour. So
we're in the wrong business.
I was about to say, shit.
come over to the dark side.
Dude, I'm down. What do I gotta do?
Dude, I tried to get you in, and then the fucking world ended.
Right.
I literally had like, I still have it. I still have a whole list of everything that's AV related, but as I think I did the podcast, went to DC, and then that's when everything started going nuts.
Yeah, because you did the podcast in February.
Yeah, and then the next show that I did would have been in DC in early March. It's like the first week of March, and then that's when, you know, we got the news that shows were canceling and everything else. So, God, I couldn't even imagine like if you would have like completely started doing AV.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that would have fucking sucked.
That would have been the poops. Also, I've taken your advice. You're the one that gave me the advice to start changing the names. See, like as you can see here, I just named everything.
Yeah.
Who's on the episode, and then it starts to get to be fucking paragraphs for the titles.
Well, people want to know what they're listening to.
Yeah.
Right. So I think at first that was what I had commented was like, all right, who the hell is Tom?
Yeah.
Who's Rick? You know what I'm saying? Like people.
Why do I care?
Exactly.
Yeah.
What is gonna make me spend 156 minutes watching this video?
Right.
Because that's what it comes down to, right? Like,
yeah.
And then it looks like, have you guys shortened podcasts?
Yeah, for the most part,
bit,
we're doing, you know, for the most part about an hour.
Sometimes when we have people on, we end up running over a lot every now and then.
Like Luke, we did 2 hours with.
So just as
Greg.
like an idea for you guys, basically, Courtney films for 2 different people for podcasts, and they each have, I think, like 400 or 500,000 subscribers on YouTube, and they keep their podcast at 60 minutes. And really I know Joe Rogan does like 3-hour podcasts.
Yeah. Not everybody wants to listen to that.
Yeah.
He also does the JRE clips.
Yeah.
And he'll post like 6 20-minute clips per episode.
Yeah.
That way people who too long didn't read, you know, want to do that whole thing.
Yeah.
Like they
go in and listen
to like whatever was important and then trash the rest, right?
Which I definitely think we should do, especially for these ones where, like Ton said, it comes through and he wants to swing his dick and be the longest podcast. That's legit what he wanted to do, and then he did 3.5 hours. And I'm like, I was like, I love you, dog, but you gotta get the fuck out of my house. Like, and then when Greg came through, so Greg was, I don't know if you know that you've heard anything about Greg, but he's this dude that we met on Xbox. We've been playing Xbox with him for like 10 years. And we just said, fuck it, we're flying him out amid a quarantine. So we flew him from Washington to Tennessee. And he came down and did an episode with us. We just talked about aliens and ghosts and shit.
That was a really fun episode.
Was that the only time you guys met him in person?
Yeah.
Nice. That's great.
Yeah, we hung out with him, blew shit up for 4th of July, got him drunk as hell. And then we brought him on the podcast.
Boy.
Dude, he couldn't fucking walk.
Shit, dude. Ooh.
He showed up to
Greg,
the party.
Because I know you're going to listen to this shit because you like are our biggest fan and shit. Man, you were fucking hammered, dude.
That's another thing. He's our biggest fan. And he lives in fucking Washington.
Yeah.
Like, how cool.
Yeah, that's awesome.
But he showed up to the party with a 5th of Southern Comfort
and some moonshine.
A 5th of moonshine, like the flavored moonshine.
Yeah.
And both of them were gone by the end of the night.
Nice.
Some old school Dylan Page days.
Yeah.
He was so drunk he could not walk at one point. Like, me and Steven and Cameron, all 3 were like in formation, like 2 on each side and behind him, like ready, because he was fucking roasted.
Hey man, sit in this chair.
Where's it at?
Oh shit.
Right in front of you, Greg.
Oh man.
Tom's seen me there a couple times. He was apologizing the whole time, and everybody was like, "Dude, we've seen Dylan do this 100 times." I'm like, "Hey."
That's what everybody said.
Hey.
Everybody was like, I mean, we've been here before.
Chill.
You want to tell the story of the cup you broke that time?
God damn it.
Oh yeah.
2:00 in the morning, Tom receives a voicemail. And of course, Tom's asleep. But the voicemail is of a drunk, crying Dylan apologizing for
Literally.
breaking a cup. And it was a cup that Tom had bought Ethan for his birthday. It was like the Coca-Cola font. It said, "I enjoy vagina." And I called him crying.
That was a long time ago.
Squalling.
But I saved the laptop.
That's, yeah.
There was just, it was like this piece of shit table, and the table fell apart. And I don't blame my drunk self. I blame the table.
Yeah.
But the cup
I was
went.
at my dad's house. That was a long time ago.
It was like
That was
2009.
9 years ago. No, because I was 21. Because he bought
Allegedly.
me that cup for my 21st birthday.
Yeah.
Allegedly.
But you're older than me, you know.
There were bars that I would go to when I was 21. And they would ID me, and they'd be like, "Dude, haven't you been coming here for years?"
Like, no, I don't know what you're talking about. Allegedly.
No, it's my brother. Dale Lynn.
There was one time we went to the pub with Cameron, and fucking guy, we all three ordered, and he went, and then he come back and he said he needed to see our IDs. So me and Cameron showed ours, and Dylan left his in the truck, you know. And he's like, "Oh man, that sucks," and he walked off. Didn't say nothing other than that. So me and Cameron and Dylan were all like, "Well, fuck, that kind of sucked." And then he brought him a fucking beer anyway. So it was like, cool.
Yeah, I was old enough. My ID was just in the truck.
Exactly. We got fucking wrecked that day.
It was
We
2
walked-
for
we
1
got-
pints. Of
yeah.
course we did.
We got fucking wrecked. And
What pub are you guys talking about?
McCreary's up in Franklin across from the theater.
What's the statute of limitation on underage drinking?
I
Can
don't
you
know.
get in trouble for it
why,
when you're
Why
30?
do you need to know that? I mean, we didn't do anything wrong.
Have you guys
This
been
is just
to,
stories.
Have you guys been to Topgolf in Nashville?
Mm-mm.
Yeah.
It's either yes or
when
no.
did I go there? Well, I'm trying to remember. I went there for a show. That's where I saw Polyphia in that little venue they got downstairs.
yeah,
but
yeah.
then I went there for who the fuck? I went there with somebody. I swear to God, I remember going there. Maybe I dreamed that part, but I know I went there to.
But like, have you actually like gone Topgolf to like?
No, because I
balls.
don't give a fuck about.
It's really fun. I don't care about.
Okay.
I don't care about golf either.
You
but
pronouncing Top Golf sounded like you were saying a Russian word. Have you been to Top Golf?
I said Top
Have you
Golf.
been to
didn't-
Nop Top?
Have you been to Top Golf? Top Golf.
Topgolf.
I thought you were saying TOPKOV, like Top Golf. I'm like, is that a fucking prison? What are you talking? What are you talking about? No, I haven't been to Top Golf, and I don't give a shit about golfing. But we've been to USA Fun Park and gone to the driving range there.
Yeah.
See,
It's fun.
That's the thing is like, okay, driving ranges are fun, yes, and there's even a driving range here in Columbia that Courtney and I went to a couple of years back just for shits and giggles to do something different.
Right.
And I think it was like $10 or something like that. They give you like a bucket of balls and you just go hit shit, you know.
Mm-hmm.
But we went to Top Golf.
We went to Nop Top.
We went to Soviet Russia.
A couple weeks ago, and dude, it's so fucking fun.
It's a good time.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like it's all electronic, and you know, like there's a tracker on your ball, so as soon as you hit it, you can see your
Oh my
ball like
God.
going through the screen.
That's cool.
It is cool, yeah.
Next time you go, let us know.
No,
'cause
for
me and
sure.
Tori would definitely be down.
So after that, we went downtown to Fleet Street Pub, which is a English pub. Pretty
Did you get
legit.
bangers and mash?
No,
The fuck is wrong with you?
I got fish and chips.
Oh, okay.
Can't go wrong.
The same fucking thing. There's
Do you remember when Crystal used to serve their bangers and mash?
Crystal.
Yeah. You remember when you went through there and ordered
Oh,
that
fuck
shit that
off.
night?
The fucking dude. Every time that we did a drive-through prank, I'm trashed in the passenger seat. Let me talk to him.
You should do some more drive-through pranks.
Yeah.
Those are pretty hilarious.
Yeah. I did one the other day at Taco Bell. We were leaving a Mexican restaurant. I was picking up Taco Bell for Tori. And I was like, hey, man, let me get to them there quesadillas. And then the guy was just going along with me. He was laughing his ass off. And then we get up to the window. I was like, hey, man, let me get some of that there fire sauce. And everybody's in the building giggling their asses off. It's like a harmless, just make somebody's day type shit.
Kind of shit, yeah.
Not like that fucking bullshit Karen does, bitches.
Fuck Karen.
About there yelling at people
Fuck
over their
that,
ketchup
man.
packets, like Ethan. I need a lot of... We went to Hardee's the other day. And we got like a pork chop biscuit, and he got a small order of potatoes. And he was like, I need a lot of ketchup. And
Shout out to Hardee's. Shout out to Hardee's, because they hooked to the window. Up.
And he's like, yeah, no, I need like a lot of ketchup. And you know how Ethan eats.
Yeah.
Oh,
ketchup by the bottle.
Fuck yeah, man.
So then we pull up. They're like, can you pull up to the space and sit there? So we pull up to the space, and he's like, you put my fucking ketchup in there, bitch? We pull away, and he's like, what the fuck? I was like, oh, God, they didn't give him enough ketchup. There's like 40 packets in there.
Yeah, man.
This will have to suffice.
That's crazy.
No, they hooked me up. They put like half the fucking bag was ketchup.
Yeah,
like,
it was a lot of ketchup.
Yeah.
I was like,
I got so fucking mad. Look, I got fucking pissed one day.
When
this will
said,
be my rant for the night.
You got pissed when I said, can I have 2 packets?
No. I went to McDonald's one day, and I ordered 2 double cheeseburgers, medium, fries, and a drink.
Yeah.
And first of all, the meth head that was taking my order said, you want a double cheeseburger, medium with a Diet Coke? And I said, no, I want the number, whatever the fucking number is, that has the 2 cheeseburgers with a medium Diet Coke. All right, pull on round. I need a lot of ketchup with that. All right. Well, I get around to the fucking window. They gave me 2 double cheeseburgers and a medium fry and a Diet Coke. And I looked in the bag, there was no ketchup. And I'm an asshole, so I handed the bag back. I said, I need a lot of ketchup, please. And they said, all right. And I didn't look. They gave the shit back to me. I didn't look. I looked in, that bitch put 2 fucking packs of ketchup in my bag. I was fucking mad. I stopped at CVS and bought a fucking bottle. I was fucking mad. Fuck yeah, I did. Because I didn't have any at the house. That's why I told them I needed ketchup. Oh, I was fucking mad.
That's hilarious.
Pissed me off.
I think this is the guy.
Oh, thank you so much.
Okay, yeah. So
I think I've
you
seen
said
this before.
something about fucking McDonald's crackheads, and this is what it reminded me of.
Oh, thank you so much. My pleasure. Yeah, hey, excuse me. This isn't what I ordered. Oh, my Lanta. I am so sorry for the inconvenience. Keep that food right there. We're going to make you something fresh. Wow. And here's the keys to my car. Oh my God. Thank you. Absolutely. My pleasure. Wow. Have a good day. Excuse me, sir. This isn't what I ordered. My God, you tweaking. Give it here, nigga. Take your fucking food. Excuse me, sir. I think you forgot to give me my fries. Dingy ass fries. Yeah, actually, on second thought, sir, this isn't what I ordered. Can you take... Shut the fuck up! Sir, this isn't what I ordered. Shut the fuck up! But sir, this isn't... what? I'm gonna beat your ass. I'll keep it.
I'll keep it.
That is McDonald's, though.
That's absolute. What you want? Hello, sir. Very nice to... it's a good day for the Lord and some chicken. What can I do for you today?
Listen, the thing that irritates me about Chick-fil-A is that a lot of the time they put that shit on. They don't give a fuck.
Yeah.
But they put that shit on. And there are some of them that aren't good actors.
Yeah.
And you can fucking tell when you're talking to them, and it drives me up the fucking wall. There's this dude, me and Sam went through there the other day, and there's this fucking idiot in there. And
I'm taking your fidget spinner.
That's fine. That's fine. And he goes to take our order, and they're outside at the drive-thru because when they get busy, they send people outside. And I pull up, and he's just like fucking around on the little order thing, and I'm just looking at him like, hey, yeah, hi, I'm here. And he goes, oh, black. And I said, I said, what?
Excuse me, what?
And he said, the car. And I said, oh, all right. Can I order? Just a minute. Okay, how can I help you today? Like, what the fuck? So I ordered my fucking Chick-fil-A.
Wow.
I ordered my fucking food.
Surprised the manager didn't come out and stab him 14 times. I'm so sorry about that, sir.
Just fucking started throwing holy water on him or some shit. No, it was really fucking weird. And I ordered my food, and Presley was with us, and I told him I needed applesauce for her kids meal or fucking children's Lord meal, whatever the fuck they call it. And
Sunday school meal.
He said Sunday school meal. And he says, we don't have applesauce. And I said, yeah, you do. He said, no, we don't. I said, are you out? He said, we don't carry it.
Oh
I said,
God.
it's right there on the fucking menu. Yeah, you do. I get it every time I come in here. Oh, we do.
Oh, fuck. Shit, yeah, bro.
Fucking idiot. God. Just, I wanted to roll my head up in the fucking window. It was so irritating.
In the interest of keeping our episodes at 1 hour, Tom, you got anything else before we cut this bad bitch?
I don't think so.
Thanks for coming. Thanks for showing us how to record video. Thanks for fucking... I don't know. It seems like whenever Tom explains something to you, you always feel like a dumbass because you're like, why didn't I think of that? It's like...
Well, that's the thing.
So
you have to stop and think, oh, I didn't think about it because I'm a fucking dumbass. That's right.
I wouldn't go that far. Like, it's just,
I mean, you guys are dumb, but fuck,
You're not a dumbass. You're just not smart. I mean, come on.
what did I tell you that you thought you should have known?
Well, just the recording on a phone. I mean,
Well, because most people think like, oh, if I have to do video, that means I have to like buy a camera. Or
I just want it to be
buy
quality.
whatever.
That's all I'm...
But like, I mean, you know, I have the iPhone 11 Pro or whatever, but like any phone's gonna work.
Yeah.
You know, like if you buy a cheap DSLR or a cheap like point and shoot camera, it's gonna be the same thing as your phone.
True.
You know, the biggest thing, like I said, and you saw with your webcam, is lighting.
Mm-hmm.
As soon as you turn that light off, even on a webcam, like it goes all grainy. But when you have good lighting, it makes a difference.
It cleans it up a little bit.
Yeah. And you're not talking about having to go and spend. Yeah, you could go spend $500 on lights, but you could also spend $30 on lights and make a big difference.
Yeah. Absolutely. So fuck yeah, man. I learned some things, and congrats to you and your business. Congrats to fucking Courtney on her new business venture. Yep. That's awesome. I'm happy for her.
Thank you.
Ethan, you got anything else?
Yeah, one more thing.
Here we go.
When you go downstairs, I want you to show this to Tori. They purify this water with reverse tuberculosis.
Okay, so the joke is that I'm getting there. I'll feed you. There was one time we were watching something, and an advertisement came up for some cartoon movie, and Tori goes, "That just reminded me of Tuberculosis Jones." She's talking about Osmosis Jones. You remember that movie?
Yeah.
And I was like, I'm sorry. What the fuck did you just say to me? She said, yeah. The one that had the blue guy and the big red dude, Tuberculosis Jones. I was like, did you mean Osmosis? You fuck.
She said something. She said 2 or 3 things last night on the way home.
Oh my
when we were on the way
God.
back that just fucking ended the conversations. It was fucking hilarious.
So, Sonic has a new promotion for the BBLT. And I was like, oh, okay, big bouncy lesbian tits. All right, that sounds great. Or
We came up with all kinds of goofy
You said some stupid shit like Big Bob's long tallywhacker or something.
Yeah, it's something goofy.
And then Tori ends the whole fucking... I mean, it was back and forth. Just everybody was coming up with their new acronym. And then Tori hits...
Buffalo Bill's lotion tote.
And I was like... We're fucking done. Cut that shit. I'm out of here.
Oh, man.
She won the game. And then we came up with IKEA. We found IKEA while we were coming back, and we were trying to come up with acronyms for that. And we're just nothing beats Buffalo Bob. Buffalo Bill. Shit.
Best one I could come up with IKEA was I keep eating ass. That was as good as it got for me.
Anyway, this has been another episode of At Least You Know Comedy Show. You guys can check us out on soon-to-be motherfucking YouTube. But we're on Spotify. And thanks, Tom, for coming through. We appreciate it, man.
You're welcome.
Yeah, thank
Always
you.
a good time. Oh, we can fucking hang out more. I hope I can.
Buy some
Hey,
stickers.
How do I?
Everyone.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, thank you.
How much are these?
$5.
$5.
$5 a pop. We'll
And,
send them to you.
E-commerce. I'll sell them for like $8.
He's like, I got him autographed, bitch. And it's just his handwriting.
Sourcing from Lewisburg.
Jesus Christ.
Oh, shit.
Oh, man.
Oh, fuck. That hurt.
Bye.
Coronavirus.
Coronavirus.